There's plenty of Japanese products, there's plenty of Korean products in your living room. Please go back and, when you go back home today, please look around. There is a Sony television, there is a Panasonic air conditioner, there is a Toyota vehicle possibly you're running, or a Honda. There is a Samsung phone that you may be using. There is a LG refrigerator possibly in your home. The point I'm trying to make is, what I admire about a country like Japan, and companies like DAIFUKU, is the amazing tenacity, the amazing resilience they've shown over the last few decades. Remember, Japan was the only nation in the world which had experienced the most tragic and most devastating atomic explosion, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. In spite of that, despite earthquakes, despite tsunamis, despite natural contours which are against, all the forces of nature are stacked up against them. But it's the human intellect, it's the brain that the Japanese have invested in. It's the humans that the Japanese have invested in that have really propelled them to be one of the largest economies in the world. In spite of having a very small population, with all the forces of nature stacked up against them, with even incidents like the Hiroshima-Nagasaki explosion, yet the Japanese today continue to rule the roost, continue to be a dominant force economically compared to the West and compared to Asia as well. Same applies to Korea. So the one thought, when Srinivas Garu says, we need to focus on manufacturing. Yes, we need to focus on manufacturing. But what I told the US Consul General is, we need to pick up the best elements from different parts of the world. India cannot, and India does not have the latitude. India does not have the luxury to grow at its own pace. You cannot miss this opportunity. You have to seize this opportunity. We are uniquely positioned now where the world is looking at different manufacturing, the world is looking at alternate manufacturing locations outside of China. If India has to latch on to this, we have to do what the US has done in the last 30 years in a span of next 10 years. We have to do what China has done in the last 25 years in the span of next 10 years. So we don't have the opportunity, or we don't really have the luxury of leapfrogging. We have to pole vault. We have to jump a few hoops. We have to cover a few bases, and we have to focus on not just high-tech manufacturing or advanced manufacturing or smart manufacturing. We have to focus on basic manufacturing. We have to ensure we also get the efficient smart manufacturing which is coming out as part of Industry 4.0, Industrial Revolution 4.0. And we also have to ensure that we instill and inculcate design thinking at the school curriculum level, at a very young age, at a school curriculum level, at basic education level, and most importantly, even in the vocational training institutes that we have, the polytechniques, the ITIs, etc., etc. We also need to ensure, in fact, I was talking to Procter & Gamble yesterday, myself, Jayesh, we had a meeting with them. Right after the meeting, when I told them that I want you to enter, and I want you to enter, they have a huge manufacturing facility here where they produce liquid detergent and a bunch of other things from Telangana. So I told them, I want you to actually tag along one of my institutes, in fact, the IIIT in Basra, where we have some brilliant youngsters. I told them, please tie up with them and please create an apprenticeship model where the kid who's studying there in engineering or +2 can actually come over, spend 6 months in your or as an intern or apprentice in your facility, in your manufacturing facility, and it's a win-win proposition for you and them. Because once you like, what you see, you obviously have the luxury of giving them an opportunity to work with you. And the kid also, the students also get an opportunity to learn. So we need 4 things. 1, like I said, basic design thinking at school level. At a higher education level or vocational training level, we need to ensure an apprenticeship model happens. 3, we need to compete on scale. If you want to compete with the large manufacturing countries like China, we of course need to do, we of course need to create the world's largest pharma parks, world's largest industrial parks, and through which economies of scale are bound to come. I'm delighted Sudhir Reddy Garu is doing something truly unique. With TIF and TSIIC, we are building up one of Telangana's largest industrial parks in Dandumalkapur. I'm delighted it's shaping up really well, Sudhir Anna. Thank you very much. I would wish FTCCI, I would wish CII, I would wish FICCI, I would wish the Japanese also come together and create such large parks. And going back to your point, Srinivas Garu, about how you ran out of space in Cherlapalli and Pashamailaram, we need to learn from the Japanese there as well. You know, they have